Alright, welcome everybody. Today in this video, I'm going to be explaining ARP. What is ARP? So I'm your host, CCNP Seth. Let's get into it. So what ARP stands for is Address Resolution Protocol. It is a layer 2 protocol. Some people think it's layer 3 because it has to do with IP addresses, but I'm going to do a lab and show you the packet captures to show you that there's no layer 3 header in there. So it is a layer 2 protocol. It resolves a layer 3 address to a layer 2 address. So I have an IP address. How do I physically get to that IP address? I need that layer 2 MAC address or that layer 2 address. This is sent as a broadcast message, and then the responses are stored in a table, and depending on the operating system you have, it'll be there for a certain amount of time. ARP is only an IPv4 protocol, and IPv6 has something like ARP, but it's called the Neighbor Discovery Protocol, which is a little bit different because there are no broadcast messages in IPv6. So I got a lab, and let's do this. I just have a simple topology like this. We got router 1, router 2, and router 3. So I already have the IP addresses set up on all of these devices. So we got routers 1, 2, and 3. They have IP addresses, but they are shut down at the moment. And I want to do a packet capture before I do a no shut and then start pinging around. So let's go ahead and start Wireshark. Alright. No shut. Go to router 2. Do a no shut. Interface F0/0. No shut. And we should be doing some pings, although I already see some ARP messages. Ping 12.12.12.2. And there we go. Alright, let's stop this capture. Let's take me out of the way. Alright, so what we have, and let me filter this. I just want to see ARPs here. And selected. Okay. So what I see here are once I did a no shut on R1's interface, it started sending out broadcast messages. And this is actually a gratuitous ARP, if you see, which means this router, as soon as it came online, it was saying, hey, everybody, I'm 12.12.12.1, here's my MAC address. And you can see here's the source, and then the destination is all F's because it's a broadcast message. But then when I actually started to ping this the other router, R2, R1 with the MAC address of C0 ending with 000, he sent out a message saying, hey, who has 12.12.12.2? Tell me, I'm 12.12.12.1. And then you can see this is the packet and this is the request of the ARP packet. And remember how I said that ARP is a layer 2 protocol? Where is the layer 3 header? There is no layer 3 header because ARP is layer 2. So there you go. And then inside of the message it is an ARP request, and it says the sender's MAC, that's me, here's my IP address. I'm looking for the IP address of whoever has 12.12.12.2. So that's where the ARP request starts. Then the device who actually owns that IP address is going to respond with an ARP reply and say, hey, here's the sender's MAC, which is router 2, that's me. Here's my MAC address. This is my IP. And then I'm going to send it to the originator, the person who requested it. He said he had the MAC of this with the IP address of that. And then once R1 receives that ARP message or that ARP reply, he stores it in his ARP table. And we can look at that with a show IP ARP. And there you go. So 12.12.12.2 should have the IP address of 30 BC in the middle, which is right there. So that's it. That's how ARP works. And when you do a lab and you first set it up and you might lose a ping or two, It's because all the devices, depending on how big your network is, it's trying to resolve all those IPs if this is the first time you boot up and first started testing connectivity. So don't worry about that. So let's go back. Now, that's it. This completes ARP, and I hope you get a better understanding of what it is. Remember, address resolution protocol, it's a layer 2 protocol, and it sends out broadcast messages. It sends a request and a reply with all the MAC and IP addresses that it's looking for. So leave a comment below if you have a question, or if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and I hope this was informative for you. Thank you.